New details tonight on the Trump administration's lawsuit against California for refusing to turn over data about the state's 23 million registered voters.
And KCAL News political reporter Tom White explains what's behind this lawsuit, why California leaders say they are not backing down.
Yeah, lots of layers to this. Political experts say this is very unusual, if not unprecedented. So the Trump administration's attorney that's leading this fight is a loyal Trump ally, a Republican National Committee member from California, and supported President Trump's false claims that he won the 2020 election.
Following the dictator's playbook.
Proposition 50 threatens what voters built.
By now, you probably heard about Prop 50 and the special election this November. Californians are faced with a critical choice, whether or not to change the state's congressional map. But there's another high-stakes electoral battle playing out, and it could impact your voting rights. President Trump's Department of Justice is suing California and 5 other states to force state officials to turn over personal information about registered voters.
There's a longstanding belief in Republican circles that there is widespread voter fraud in Democratic states. And this effort is a reflection of that longstanding belief.
Secretary of State Shirley Weber promised to fight the Trump administration in court, saying in a statement that Trump and his allies are trying to intimidate California officials into giving up the private and personal information of 23 million California voters. The lawsuit and intentions behind it are a blatant overreach by the federal government. The Trump administration claims they need the information to verify voter rolls are accurate and secure, though they provided no evidence to explain why they launched the lawsuits, targeting mostly blue states. Democrats believe Trump will try to weaponize the information.
What they're afraid of is that the administration will try to use the numbers in some way to suggest that there's widespread voter fraud in California. Actually, there's been very little evidence of widespread voter fraud anywhere.
Trump has a history of spreading misleading and false information about election integrity. He's now threatening an executive order to ban mail-in voting. Legal experts say Trump does not have that authority.
We, as a Republican Party, are going to do everything possible that we get rid of mail-in ballots. We're going to start with an executive order that's being written right now by the best lawyers in the country.
Speaking at an event this week commemorating the 60-year anniversary of the Voting Rights Act of 1965, Secretary of State Shirley Weber warned that under Trump, voting rights are under threat.
We're obviously in a tumultuous situation in terms of voting rights acts, those kinds of things. And in California, we've made it our business to try to open up voting to every legitimate citizen in California.
All the states being sued have Democratic governors, except for one, New Hampshire, which is led by a Republican governor. It'd be hard to see how eliminating mail-in voting anyway would happen. I think something like 50% of the country is doing it now. So hard to put that toothpaste back in the tube.
Yeah, a lot of executive orders.
Yeah, and that one's a big question, right, Pat? I mean, we just don't know.
We'll be following. All right, thanks so much, Tom.
Thanks, Pat.